Okay, so now that we've finished the procedure for the lab, you now have all of your observations in your observations chart. The analysis is this chart here. All right, so you're going to have your sample code, like A, B, C, D, whatever. Okay, you need to identify whether it's ionic or molecular in this column. Right, we know which test is going to tell us that. And then you have to decide which of these compounds up here in the materials is the identity for each one. Now, one thing I did forget to tell you the other day, okay, and that is we haven't ever talked about the compound ammonium nitrate. Right, so you might want to make a note of this, but I am recording it as well. Okay, ammonium nitrate is the material that is in cold packs. If you've ever had like a sprained ankle, and you get those little cold packs where you pop the bubble and shake it and it gets cold, the stuff that's in there is ammonium nitrate. That might help you with its identification because you should have had one of your compounds that got a little colder during the solubility test. Okay? If you didn't, you will need to watch the observations video that I put in the assignment. That's this one here that says Properties of Compounds, YouTube video, 25 minutes. Okay? That's me doing the whole lab, but with much larger sample sizes. Okay, so it's a little bit more clear, and it's in 4K, so it's like super good. Okay, all right, it's in 4K. Yeah, you could put it up on like your 65-inch TV at home, and be bored to tears, but watch it big. Okay? All right, now a couple of other things, guys. In terms of listening, please. In terms of the analysis, okay, identifying the compounds. This is what you have to do. Okay, you have to identify them all. Right? But what you need to do is look at your observations. So as an example, compound unknown compound F was a blue crystalline solid. Okay? It dissolved easily in water. It was highly conductive. Should have been like 8. Okay? And it had like a fairly neutral pH. It wouldn't have been anything extreme. Right? What you need to do is look at, okay, what do I know that's in this list here that could be blue, that could be highly conductive, that could be highly soluble, and relatively neutral? What fits with that? So I go through this list and I find something that has those physical properties. I do that with each one. Right? There should be a few that right off the bat you can get, especially the especially colorful ones. Okay, you should be able to get pretty much right off the bat. And then you should be able to work your way through the other ones. Okay? You had 2 of them that were white crystalline solids. Okay, and they both had small crystals, but one of them did something that the other didn't, and you can use those properties to determine which one was which. That's the process you have to go through for the analysis. Does everybody follow me on that? Okay, you should be able to identify them all, especially now given that hint about the ammonium nitrate. That would have been the one you probably would have had the most trouble with. Okay, so be walking through that, okay, looking for those things. Okay, and then don't forget about your conclusion. Okay, copy paste your hypothesis, explain, were you able to do what you said? Okay, did everything have unique physical properties? Okay, all of that kind of stuff. Talk about that in your conclusion. 2 sources of error. Okay, what were some things that gave you trouble during the lab that were beyond your control? How would you fix them in the future? Okay, that's what we're looking for there. The class discussion you do not need to do. We will go through that together when I hand back your labs. All right. Any questions on the expectations there? All right. It's not due till next Thursday, so you have lots of time to look it over, get it done, and listening, guys, if you have questions, to come in and ask. If you're emailing me next Wednesday after school, I shan't answer. Okay? Shan't.